So in my last video, I showed you how to install Odysseus on Windows, and that video got a really good response. A lot of you asked for a full features walkthrough, a dashboard overview, and what you can actually do with it. So that's exactly what this video is. And just to be clear, I'm not here to hype Odysseus. I'm going to show you exactly what I've experienced using it for the last 3 to 4 days. The good stuff and the limitations. Let's get into it. So right now I'm on my Odysseus dashboard. Let me switch it to dark mode so you can see things clearly. First of all, my device is pretty average. 4GB VRAM standard NVIDIA GPU, nothing high-end. I've got 4 local models installed: DeepSeek R17B, Gemma 3, Qwen 2.5 Coder and Qwen 2.53B, all under 5GB, so these are basic models. I've also connected an OpenAI API. Not because I want to use it regularly, but because I need to show you certain limitations of the local models. And that comparison will make more sense as we go. Okay, let's go through the features one by one. First one, the chat feature. This is straightforward. You pick a model, type your prompt and get a response. Since this is running locally, the speed depends entirely on your hardware. On my PC, it takes a few seconds. Also, you can switch models mid-conversation as well. Second one is web search. This is one I genuinely found useful. If you enable the web search option, the model will actually search the web before answering. For example, let's ask it to find the top 5 restaurants in New York. Now it's processing our request. It's going to search it on the web and answer. And here we go, we got the list. And on top of that, we can see where it fetched this list from, like TripAdvisor, thefork.com and all. Next one is image analysis. You can attach an image and ask the model to analyze it. Let's test this with DeepSeek, which has a thinking feature. Let me attach one of my recent reel thumbnails, and now it's analyzing the request. And here we can see the thinking process live. Once it is processed, we will get the response. And there it is. It correctly identified the logo, the text, and even mentioned PewDiePie. It worked well. You can also use this for analyzing question papers, reports, screenshots, anything visual. Next, document analysis. By using the same method, you can attach a PDF and ask questions about it. Here I gave a sample sales and purchase annual report. Let's try Gemma 3 and ask it to summarize it. It pulled out total sales, purchases, operating costs, profit, and even spotted the monthly trend. And now we can even ask any questions like, based on this, plan the 2026 operation or whatever. Now let's talk about agents. And this is where I need to be honest with you. The agent feature is supposed to let the AI do multi-step tasks, web search, create files, build folders, run commands, all on its own. But here's the thing. This requires strong reasoning capability, and the basic local models just don't have that. Here I enabled shell access so it can run commands. Let's set a workspace folder and choose the model as Qwen 2.5 Coder. Let's ask it to build a pet shop website using HTML, CSS and JS and save all files to the folder. And now we can see it's giving the commands to create a folder and files, and also writes the actual HTML and CSS code. But at the end, it never actually created the files in the workspace. If we go to the workspace folder we connected named website, the folder is empty. That means it failed to do the agentic task. And now let's copy the same prompt and open a new chat. This time, let's try the cloud model GPT 5.4 mini. Give it the exact same prompt, and within seconds it wrote the code and created the index.html, the CSS file, everything. Now in the workspace we can see all those files. Let's open the index.html and it's working well. So the conclusion is simple. If you have a basic local model on a low-end PC, the agent feature is not going to work for you. Don't waste time on it. If you want agent tasks to work, you need a good big model that is capable of doing reasoning and agentic tasks. Or you need to connect a cloud model. But then you're sending data outside again, which beats the privacy point. Moving on, there's a search feature to find past conversations. And in the chat section, you can see the previous chats. Here's an email feature. You can connect your Gmail or any other email provider and can see all your inbox here. You can create email summaries or AI replies with full privacy. I'll explain this in detail at the end of the video. Right now, we have some more interesting things to explore. Okay, the next one is brain or memory. This is where you can save things about yourself, preferences, output style. But again, local models can't add to memory automatically when you ask them in the chat. For example, here I just asked it to update its memory to reply more professionally. But after the response, nothing was actually saved in the brain section. With a cloud model and the same prompt, it saved the memory entry instantly. So if you're on a local model and want to use memory, go to the brain section manually and add it yourself. For example, just type reply in a professional tone and hit enter. That will work. There's also a skills section where you can create custom instructions, like a content writing workflow. You give it a title, describe when to use it, and define the steps. Once saved, the model will follow that skill whenever it's relevant. This is useful if you have repetitive tasks. The next one is calendar. You can set reminders here. Honestly, I'm not sure why this is inside an AI workspace tool. It feels disconnected from everything else. Next one is compare. This is a fun one. You can test two models side by side with the same prompt and see which one gives a better response. Here I gave a question through Quant 2.5 and Gemma 3, and the outputs were noticeably different in length and depth. This is good if you want to figure out which model suits a specific type of task. Next is the Cookbook. This analyzes your PC hardware and recommends which LLM models you can run. Models marked perfect will run smoothly. If something says marginal or tight, it may struggle. And here's the deep research feature. This one I genuinely liked. You give it a question, it goes out to the web, pulls from multiple sources, forums, articles, websites, reads through everything and generates a detailed research report. Here, let's ask, did AI actually replace jobs between 2024 and 2026? Here we can select these settings. I'm keeping it default. Also, it has the option to do multiple research tasks by using the queue feature. Once done, click start. Now it's processing. First, it will find the sources from where it can gather the data. Here we can see it found 12 sources. Now it will read through them. This will take a couple of minutes. In the meantime, let's check another two features. There's an image editor option inside the gallery. We can upload an image and do some kind of editing. But honestly, I don't know why this is here. Feels completely out of place in an AI workspace tool. In the library section, we can see all the past chats, research outputs and documents. Okay, here the deep research is done. Just click discuss and we can see the whole report. The output quality is really good. We got a detailed answer. Also, we can ask more questions about this in the chat. Moving on, the next one is notes, basic note taking or adding to-do tasks. Okay, now let's check the email feature. This one is actually useful if privacy matters to you. You can connect your email account directly. For that, go to settings, then email and click add integration. Select the type as email, then choose your provider. If you are using Gmail, you can't use your regular password here. You have to generate an app password from your Google account. Just log in and enter an app name. Let's say Odysseus. Tap create. This will generate an app password. Copy it and paste it in the password field. Enter your name and email. Then click test and if it shows green, you're good to go. Once connected, go to the email section. You will get an inbox view inside. Just open an email, then you can summarize the email content and it can also generate AI replies using your local model. So your email data never leaves your device. And the final one, tasks. This is the scheduled task feature. You can set up a research prompt to run at a specific time or schedule an email check. For example, every day at 9:30 a.m. it can scan your new emails and auto draft replies or email summaries for you to review. You just set it up once and it will run on schedule. One important thing, since this is all running locally, Odysseus needs to be running in the background for scheduled tasks to execute. Keep that in mind. So that's pretty much everything. My honest take, Odysseus is decent for basic tasks. Chatting, document analysis, web search, deep research and email privacy. But for agent tasks and anything that needs real reasoning, the basic local models fall short. If you want those features to actually work, you may need a good spec PC and a big LLM model. It's good for simple use, not ready for complex workflows yet. Maybe future updates will improve things. But right now, that's the reality. So that's it. If you found this useful, let me know in the comments. And if you have any questions, drop them below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.